It's amazing how you knock me off my feet.
Go, Nikki. Don't be shy.
I'm shy now.
Every time you come around me, I get weak.
We gonna get it one day.
Nobody ever made me feel this way.
What they do, Nikki?
Kiss my lips and then you take my breath away.
What you want?
So
I wanna know what turns you on.
I'd like to know.
You suck.
I'm sober. Oh my goodness.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Timothy De La Ghetto.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
And I'm Nikki Blades.
As the sun sets on this very foggy day in Los Angeles, California, what's up? We're chilling. We're cooling out.
Yeah.
You know, just relaxing. Just relaxing.
Maxing all cool.
Chilling. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
Just shooting some people outside of the school.
Huh.
Thank you.
You know what slang word I've always hated?
Cooling?
I like cooling. Chillaxing.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I hate chillaxing so much.
That's the dorky person trying to sound cool.
The reason it's so hate-worthy is because when you combine words, it's typically two different things.
Right.
Chilling and relaxing are the same things. You don't need to combine them. You pick one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you were to say, man, I am stungry right now.
Yeah, that's funny. I was going to say Hungarvin.
Hungarvin.
Yeah.
I like that. Wait, say it again.
Hungarvin.
I think I like that one.
All right, fuck it. We doing it from
I
now on.
like that.
I'm Hungarvin, man.
That's actually, if anybody uses that in a sentence, it'll be.
I am feeling parched. Parched.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I think slang words and chillaxing especially, like I had to get used to it because Chia's dad likes to say chillaxing a lot, and he says it like it's like just a regular word. Like, hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, just chillaxing. I'm like, I gotta like hide. I gotta hide my cringe face.
Divorce. He watches the podcast.
Imagine. I don't even think Chia watches anymore. She watched like the first handful of episodes and she's over it.
Toy watched half of the first episode. That's it.
I beg the person I was talking to, please don't watch these episodes.
He watches them all.
Yeah, she puts on the occasional one if it's like if I tell her it was like an interesting one or a really good one, but I think after a while I was like, all right, I talk to you every day. What do I need to hear you fucking?
Do you have a favorite podcast or like a favorite person that we've had on?
One of our episodes?
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes is probably the Doughboy episode. I really like that one. Kev on Stage. That was a great one.
Oh, that was a really good one.
Yeah, that was one of the early ones
Yeah.
too. And then one of the funniest ones, I mean, Hi, My Name's T, that one always cracks me up. Shit, how about you guys?
I like the Hitman Hollow one. Because he was completely, well, not completely different, but a lot different than I expected him to be on a podcast.
Right, because he was actually having a conversation.
Yeah. So I thought that was dope. I like the most recent one was spectacular. Informative as shit. I'm trying to pick ones you didn't pick.
Right.
I like another pretty recent one where me and Nikki held it down, going back and forth about that.
Yeah, and I tuned out. I'll let y'all handle that.
Yeah. And anyone where I talk a lot. No.
Well, now that we've named all the good ones, how about you, Nikki Blake?
Yeah, just the rest of them. No, I mean, we've definitely had some where we're like,
No,
if I could, well, there's been, I ain't gonna lie. There's been times where I walked out, I was like, yo, I don't know how I feel about this. Sometimes I feel like either a personal performance is like, oh, fuck, really? You didn't, you just decided that's what you wanted to talk about?
No, we had a couple shaky ones. Not our fault though. Not our fault. Oh, you know what was a great one?
Which one?
Motherfucking Amber Diamond.
Amber. Everybody loves Amber. That one was so. She's hilarious.
Yeah.
Bad Girls Club.
Oh, Danielle.
Danielle.
Yeah, because that turned into like a therapy session
for her.
That was good.
I like that
was
one.
really good.
Because that was like we we really had to sit her down and be like, no, look.
Yeah. The penicillin next to the bed should have told you not to do it.
The dancer girl one was good because she was just funny.
Which one?
What was her name?
Oh, the one with the
Ariel.
Yeah. Yeah. The one where her mom was a stripper too.
Oh
yeah, Ariel. She's crazy.
Yeah. Talking about your lucid dreams.
yeah. I always like that conversation. Ariel's funny too. I might have her in a music video coming up.
Yeah. He makes music. Well, you know.
Yeah, I might make music, guys.
It's always cool when the guests come in and they think they're going to talk about one thing and then they actually get the camera on them and they realize they don't want to talk about. Then through the conversation, they're like, I think I want to talk about sex.
Yeah.
Oh man, we've had a couple of those where people really wanted I didn't know it, but they wanted to talk about fucking.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I spend the whole episode trying to talk about fucking and then or not bringing it up or hinting at it and they avoid the question and then all of a sudden they be like, I thought we was going to talk about fucking.
Yeah, exactly. Van, that was a good episode.
Yep.
I don't like this episode so far because now it's starting to feel like when the sitcom doesn't have new material, so they just do a clip.
Show. It's the recap.
That's kind of actually I could make this one the 50th episode. So hey guys, this is congrats.
Yay!
You made it to the 50th official recap episode of the No Chaser podcast.
That's perfect.
Hilarious.
Yay! Yeah, we've been doing these shits since February of 2019. It's almost gonna be a year.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Breaking news. This is an important PSA brought to you by Manscaped.com. This is your pubic service announcement. After more than 18 months of research and development, the Manscaped engineering team has confirmed that they have successfully created the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created, okay? This new trimmer was just released only moments ago, and we are the first to confirm the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 manscaping trimmer is now available for purchase.
Oh my God. This third generation Manscaped trimmer features a cutting edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents. Millions of balls are about to be nick-free thanks to Manscaped's advanced skin-safe technology.
Nick-free balls.
Yeah.
Nick-free balls.
They're gonna get you out of here, Nick.
and look, me and Rick both actually use the Manscaped ball trimmers, and I love the way mine works.
Yeah, I can honestly say my balls have not been nicked.
Yeah, no nicking over here.
My balls have not been nicked by the blade.
Yeah. And look, when I tell you this is premium, I mean premium. The battery will last up to 90 minutes, so you can take a longer shave if you need to.
And if you use the Lawnmower 2.0, it's an easy transition because it's the same replacement blades, just with a new and improved skin-safe technology. That means even less nicks from the blades.
Oh, if you want to make sure that your balls don't get nicked by the blade, get 20% off and free shipping with the code NOCHASER at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code NOCHASER.
Hey man, I'm hungry. But that's why I like HelloFresh. And what is HelloFresh? You can get mouth-watering seasonal recipes and pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door with HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh makes cooking at home fun, easy, and affordable because it's delicious. Break out of your dinner rut with HelloFresh's 22 plus seasonal chef curated recipes each week. You can save time because HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and prepping so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes or even 20 minutes with their quick recipe options, and also sustainably. HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients mean there's less prep for you and less food waste.
When my box came in, I love the options. So I ended up making the bison burger that came in. And it's really cool because all the ingredients are measured out, and it's really, you don't have to think that much, but you still feel like you're cooking. You feel like a chef because all the ingredients are fresh. You're cutting up your onion, you're sauteing, you toast your bun, and you do things that you normally wouldn't. Because I wouldn't think of making a bison burger in the middle of the week. But when my HelloFresh options come in, I have more things that I would probably ever get, even if I went out to a restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And we got a deal for y'all. If you go to HelloFresh.com/NoChaser10 and use the code NoChaser10, you get 10 free meals, including free shipping.
Damn.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, man. That's HelloFresh.com /NoChaser10 and then use the code NoChaser10.
Wow.
Yeah. 10 free meals.
That's dope.
You know what we don't do enough of, though?
What?
Talk about cows anymore. What happened, Nikki? That was your lane, bro.
Drop the cows. God, just growing up in a small ass town.
Small town.
What's really cool is that after we've had guests, so mind you, I'm the one on the outside with a lot of the guests. Everybody knows both of you. And so after, when I do like live streams or things like that, they'll hop onto the live streams, and like Van's one of those that have shown a lot of love, hopping in the live.
Who else, Blake?
Doughboy.
Daystorm.
Actually, no. I was like, no, Daystorm, I haven't heard anything from. Doughboy, I thought was really dope because he's been doing, he's been losing all of his weight. He's been working out. He's going super hard, and I've caught a couple of his live streams since. So it's nice because it opened me up to meeting new people as well.
Avion.
Nope, I never heard. Nope, never heard anything from. I'm literally, I'm all trying to think. I was like, nope, no Avion. But
any girls topping in
Bose always shows love. Like Bose shows a lot of love on the pictures. She comments a lot. I like Bose. She is funny as hell.
Bose is goofy, man.
Diamond. Amber Diamond. She's just, she's sexy as hell.
I thought y'all was gonna kiss.
No, we already said we weren't gonna do that on camera.
That's whack.
Why?
Because it's not on camera.
We don't need that many views, do we? Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we kind of
need all the views.
And we need all the views. Why do I always gotta kiss somebody? Oh yeah, because you.
Nobody else has had. There's been no kissing. This will be the first.
We're gonna call Amber back. T. We just get all the girls and be like, "All right, ladies,
I'm down. We doing
Kiss Fest.
a kissing episode.
Kiss Fest 2020."
Well, all right. Well, if y'all actually want to talk about something,
well, I want to give my top moment.
Okay.
Musty Nikki.
Yo, shout out. Y'all use that damn hashtag. I actually block people. Y'all didn't realize you don't see hashtag Musty Nikki on my shit because y'all are fucking dumb.
What?
And think that's cute. I'll be like this. Oh, you think you're funny? Not funny to me, fucker. Oh, you're a fan of Tim and Rick and you think calling me Musty is cute? Block. Oh yeah. God. Go ahead and try. I have fun deleting comments. Your shit is not. Yeah. Fuck you. Delete. And I'll do it all the time. They'll be like, hey, Musty Nikki. I was like, you must have only seen the first episode. Fuck off. We're already 50 episodes in.
Hilarious.
Yep.
Damn, I didn't know you was blocking people.
Hell yeah. Y'all know I talk about blocking shit all the time. Oh, yeah. That's or this one. Where's Tim and Rick? Block.
For that? Yo.
That nigga Musty and a hater.
Hey, some of them stay. They're like, I'm kidding. I'm like, you get to live to see another life.
Oh man, that's too.
No shame in my block game. I don't give a fuck if my numbers don't go up. I like some of them are cool.
Hilarious.
But it is literally like some people will hop on after a post and they'll be like legit confused as like why I'm live streaming and you guys aren't there. Those ones I get, but some people are like they think they're so funny and it's also 6 o'clock in the morning when I live stream, so my tolerance level is at a 0.
I get where's Rick wherever I go though. Yeah.
It's so weird. I don't understand. I mean, I kind of understand, but it's like just look around first.
You didn't notice it says something else and it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
I'm in Oakland. This dude kind of, well, I don't know if he was paying attention, but he walked up as me and Tway are getting out of our Uber.
Yeah.
He comes, he's like, you Ricky? Oh, can I get a picture? You here with Tim? Like, you see who I'm with, pal.
Yeah. What's fucked up is whenever I be trying to be incognito in public, but I'll be with you.
Oh God.
So it's like, even if I got the shades and the hat and I'm chilling, they'll do this, and then they'll be kind of like, if that's me, and then they see Rick, and it's like, okay, that's gotta be Tim.
Well, that one time we were leaving the studio and people were yelling out the window at Tim, like yelling out the window as they were driving by.
Right in front. We were waiting for the Uber.
Oh yeah, hey man, it's a lot of love on these LA streets, man. I always appreciate that.
Yeah. It was like, hey, bitch ass Tim.
Hey, China boy. All right, well, I do have a screenshot here of a question that someone left on an episode of the podcast.
Oh.
I screenshotted it probably at like 3 a.m. one night. I don't remember the question, so y'all ready? Hey Tim, I really enjoy your channel and podcast. I was wondering if you could make a video on a No Chaser episode on blue balls. Specifically, how to deal with that from a woman's perspective. Do you apologize? And how? How do you slow or cool things down in a non-awkward way? What does it mean if the guy acts like a dick or if he tries to act like a gentleman? What is going through a guy's mind when you say this is going a bit too fast? There's just a lot of questions and no info online except guys saying, don't even make out with me if you're not going to give me sex. And women talking about how many times men didn't make them orgasm and how that's the same. Would be cool to have... Oh, never mind. Much love to you and the team. Love y'all. Hard eyes.
That's funny.
So that is the question.
Okay, which part do we start with?
Blue balls.
Okay, addressing that.
First let's talk about what it is.
Yeah.
How it feels.
I am unaware.
Really?
I've never had what people consider blue balls.
Really?
Yeah. So I'll let you take this one because, in my opinion, it's all a lie. But I've heard other people have actually felt.
I have felt what I do believe is what blue balls is, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, and it hasn't come from just being horny. Mm. Blue balls for me will come from if I feel if I'm getting towards bussing, or if it's really heading in that direction, and then all that stops, right? And then or if it's like stuff is happening, then not happening, then happening, then not happening, and then but there's no conclusion. You feel me? Then it almost feels like, when you get kicked in the balls, your balls don't hurt, like your stomach hurts. Yeah, kind of feels like that for me. Like a little bit of stomach. Let me go back in my memory to blue balls moments to see exactly. Let me get in that headspace. And yeah, a little soreness of the testicles as well. And for me, if that was a situation, I would just jag off. Yeah. Have I ever been in a situation where I was irritated at a lady for not taking it all the way there or helping me finish? I feel like only if I felt like she was teasing me on purpose. Yeah. You feel me? If she was doing stuff to me, and then knew I was really getting into it and then just stopped just to be an asshole. Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I would never be mad at somebody for being like, okay, hey, let's chill. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or if she had to go, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the type to be like, bitch, you better fucking jack me off.
I didn't finish.
So yeah, that's how it feels.
Okay. There's no truth to it being some medical emergency and they have to bust via you though.
I've never heard any of that Yeah,
that has to be bullshit.
Yeah.
Cause I've definitely had the build up with no conclusion woes, but I didn't feel any physical pain. Annoying, yes, like you said, if you feel like it's on purpose or if she was the initiator and then changed her mind. Annoyance, yeah, but anger, no. I don't think I've ever been like angry about that unless, like you said, it was some purposeful, I'm going to try to upset you and not finish this.
Like, of course you get frustrated, you know what I'm saying? Sexually frustrated, a little, attitude can happen, you know what I'm saying? Because it happens. I mean, just like, girls get cranky when they about to have an orgasm and don't have an orgasm.
Yes.
I've heard girls say they would prefer not getting close at all compared to almost about to have it. Oh my God. Yeah.
Almost doesn't count. It does not, that's more frustrating because it's the same. it's a buildup, and then you're like, wait, we just took all this time to get here.
Yeah,
we're almost there. Shit. But I know I've thrown a fit before, but it was with the person that I was dating, and I was able to
say make it okay. Don't say it like that.
It seems like when people talk about blue balls, a lot of boys, that's a boy conversation. Blue ball sounds like a boy thing, not a man thing, but a boy thing. Oh, she was playing with me and you ain't gonna finish. It's like that guilt trip. When I hear blue balls, I automatically think about a dude sitting there trying to guilt trip a girl into having sex with him, into guilt tripping her into like, oh, we gotta finish. And I'll be damned if you sit there and say you got blue balls and you're not grown enough to go take care of yourself for whatever reason why it stopped and never happened. Like, again, sounds like a little kid thing, but it does sound like she's coming like genuinely asking like what you do on the female side. If you don't want to have sex with someone and for whatever reason why it stops, somebody's saying like, oh, you're gonna give me blue balls, don't guilt trip me into having sex with you, because that's still wrong.
Yeah, man, the last thing I would want is for some post-sex for a girl to ever feel like pressured or like she didn't want to do something and was like, fine, I'll do that. Like, that
just made me feel like, ugh, because when you hear that, and I know why she's asking it, she probably was in a situation. Yeah. And then it in her mind, or maybe it wasn't, I'm trying to lead him on, but if it's like, yo, this doesn't feel right, I don't want to do it, and she's coming from I'm not trying to be an asshole place, and this is just maybe just moving way too fast, and he sit there and go, oh, you just gonna give me blue balls like that? And she's sitting there going, well, so I don't want to make you feel.
I think the guilt kind of comes from inside, because she mentioned like dudes saying, "Well, don't make out with me if you're not gonna give me sex,"
which is crazy.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it sounds to me like girls who are initiating things without being clear of their boundaries beforehand.
Yeah.
So when it gets to that, it's easier for them to feel guilty because they know. They know why he thought it was going there, and they never said, just so you know, I don't want to go this far. But fuck that.
Right.
Like, it would be best if you communicate everything beforehand, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do, if you know. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you start, see where it go, and he ain't do it good enough to make you want to go to the next level. But there's nothing you have to do when a dude is saying he has blue balls.
No still means no on both ends. If a dude, because there's times where guys do not want to have sex either. I know that sounds crazy, but yes, there are going to be times where he doesn't want to, or like that round 2 that you're asking for and he can't do. You can throw a fit and it might make him feel better, like, oh, you want me some more, but then also know that it's not going to make it wake up.
And hold that thought real quick.
What?
Let's stop making it sound crazy when people say sometimes men don't want to have sex. It shouldn't sound crazy.
I mean, that's why I addressed it. I've definitely been in it. I've had before where I was still like, damn, I'm sorry, you already came, but what about me?
Yeah.
You know, and that's when I say I was in a relationship, because I was comfortable enough to tell the person that I was with, like, are we done? I hope we're not done, because I really would still like to do this. I know you already came, but this, I'm still in the mood.
And, you know, and the thing about it is always, and as dudes, you know, we kind of have always been told that you gotta like put it down, or else, you know what I'm saying, you're not like delivering as a man, you know what I'm saying? So when you're in those situations where a girl's like, I'm not satisfied, you better wake your ass up and like handle business. As a dude, you feel like, all right, man. all right, you gonna suck it at least?
You be like, all right.
Such a design flaw, though. Like, why?
Right.
Like, what is this about? Why did you make them so difficult and have the ability to get multiple and then make us so easy? And then after that first one, it's really hard to go again. Why, God?
God, why you do this,
procreation?
Bullshit.
That's so true. That's why, guys and girls, foreplay is essential, because sometimes that helps you both get to the finish line at the same time.
Sometimes that can hurt this situation, though, for certain dudes. So, like, I would imagine the blue ballers, and something I have dealt with myself, too much foreplay can sometimes take a man almost there. So then when you get actually in there, it's over before it starts. Baby.
I feel like I've been lucky. I've had very giving individuals in my life. Yeah. And so they are also mature enough sexually to know that, okay, I'm going to take care of you so that we don't got to deal with none of this other stuff. You're good. You're taken care of. All right, let me get mine. Now we're both happy. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've had in my youth, I've had my shit, and in my growth, I've had my fair share of busting too fast. So it's like, if I can please the lady first, I would do that. You know what I'm saying? But there's definitely been times where it's like, you know, where you were talking about, where I've had to really like grab some hair, like, all right, you gotta chill.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you want some sex right now, you gotta relax.
Yeah. And then you're just like, wait, what? Whoa. What you mean no? Slow down. What? No.
You're doing too much.
It's like, that's exactly what I'm doing. So what? No.
Yeah.
It's just about learning both sides.
It really is. And each partner is different too. Like, depending on who you're with, like your ex-boyfriend is probably not going to be like your current boyfriend or woman, or even if you're in a relationship with a girl now. There's so many people that are experimenting with what they like and what they don't like. And so there shouldn't be any guilting on any side.
Right.
But when you are in a relationship, the communication is extremely different versus the, damn, I'm not comfortable enough with this person to tell them, like, if I don't want to, no does mean no matter how it comes, when it's said. If it's no and they look uncomfortable, just because you need to get one off, go rub it out in the bathroom. Like, take care of yourself.
That's what those first time when you know you're about to be fucking somebody for the first time. It's so much on your mind, so much pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because you're thinking like, this will either go really well and we'll keep fucking, or, you know, she'll tell her friends that it was great, or it will go not well, we won't keep fucking, and then she'll tell her friends that it was trash for the rest of her life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I've been there where it's like, when you know you about to be fucking somebody new that night, it's like, shit, you're doing push-ups, you're doing crunches, you're hydrating, you might jack off beforehand to make sure you don't bust too fast, taking vitamins and shit, eating celery. It's a lot. There was one time I read a Marcus Houston interview where he said, you know, he eats a lot of greens to help him, like, just his fucking and shit, because, you know, greens bring more oxygen to the blood. And I think I read another article saying that vanilla ice cream was good for whatever reason. So back in the day when I knew I was gonna be fucking somebody for the first time, I'd be just eating salads all day and a scoop of vanilla ice cream.
That's hilarious.
I would take whatever I heard online and just kind of hope that it worked. You know what I'm saying?
I listening to the question that was asked, I think about that time before you're really confident in yourself, and then confident in your sexuality and the things that you like, and being able to go and say no, or to understand that, if I'm making out with you and I'm going to lead this way, that we probably gonna have some sex. And that confusing feeling, or that moment when it was like you realize, oh shit, I don't want to do this. Like, I've had that before. I was like, ooh, nope, I don't want to do this. And I could imagine, because we all have had conversations amongst, like, our friends. I have friends that are grown and they talk about their experiences in the past where they've been like, yeah, I didn't want to. But I did it anyways. And I'm owning up to the fact that I did it because I could have said no, but I didn't like how I felt after. And knowing that when you hit a certain point in life where you can be like, fuck, I ain't doing nothing I don't want to do. And when you're able to say just like, you can know, maybe if I get into this situation, this is how it's going to end. And we used to play a game called Scenario, pretty much like play out the scenario before we go into whatever. Oh, you're going to see your ex tonight. He's going to be at the club. Are you going home with him? Are you not going home with him? What are you going to do? And like planning those things prior, so you're not in the moment where you're like, shit, I shouldn't be here. Ugh.
It sounds like level imbalance, though.
In terms of what?
Her and the dudes she's dealing with. Because for her to ask the question kind of sounds like it's happened multiple times.
Right,
like it's a reoccurring thing in her life. And
something
it's like,
she's been Googling.
Yeah. And it's like, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
How old or young are you versus the men you're dealing with? Because that also sounds like the slightly older dude trying to manipulate the slightly younger girl with the whole I got blue ball shit. Yeah, so.
Well, she used the comparison to girls not coming. So she mentioned that, like,
but that's what she found out on Google.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, is it the same? I mean, I don't think you really got to guilt trip a dude into trying to like, oh, you're just going to leave me like that. I don't know. Normally, if you're in that situation, you're going to get you some.
Interesting. Well, yeah. So to wrap it up,
right?
You don't owe them anything if they say they have blue balls, but also don't go around purposely teasing people because that's just whack.
And to also wrap it up, if you're a dude and you can't go around to, BlueChew.com has these pills just for you. If you go to BlueChew.com/no chaser for your something.
Stupid boy.
I was gonna say it was speaking of when guys just need to finish, right? Mm-hmm. One of my boys, we were having a jack off conversation. Sometimes
I thought you were about to say competition.
I was thinking the same. I was like, that's
it wasn't me, yo.
We were having a jack off confrontation.
A conversation where they're both jacking off.
Same time.
No, we were just talking about how, like, you know, sometimes you just really need to jack off to go to sleep. Like, it helps you sleep, you know? And he was saying how, man, but also you'd be really picky about the shit you watch to jack off to. I know I got to click on at least like 10 different videos. I'll be going back and forth, and I'm really selective about which one I actually jizz to. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, sometimes it takes so long for me to find the right one. I just give up and go to sleep, you know? And I was like, bro, no. I was like, even if I'm mid-stroke and I soften up, I get back to it until I finish and I get it done. And he was like, damn, I think that's why you are where you are in your career.
Pretty much. Like, I have to be extremely tired to give up on a beat session.
I'll tell you what, here's how tired I've been. I've woken up to dead open laptop in front of me.
That's hilarious.
And then
jacking off with the laptop. It's hilarious.
And then I was on webcam. And then I plugged it in. I forget what I jerked off to. I plug it in, charge it up, and the shit will pop up. Like, oh my God, I'm disgusted.
Ew, me?
What is wrong with me?
That's funny. But to go back to something you just mentioned, because I find this very weird about girls. How do you get into situations where you do it when you didn't want to do it?
So it could be your guilt coming in from probably feeling like a hoe or something, like, depending on the situation. If you're in that, it's going on, right? It's happening. Mm-hmm. You're still thinking about stuff, right? So it's like, maybe you thought about, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have sex with this person, even though I want to. Oh, if I do this, am I going to come off like a hoe? Oh man, is he going to say something about his friends or say something to his friends? And then that's something you probably weren't thinking about going into it. And then we were like, shit, for some reason, the voices got louder in your head and you realize that's something you didn't want to do, because you can convince yourself that you're down and you really like this person, or instantly maybe you get turned off by something they do, or maybe something like that, to where you're like, whoa, that was like a red flag, and you decide not to follow through with it.
Okay, that's a little different, and that makes a lot more sense. Like, you were ready to go when shit changed. Mm-hmm. But I had this homegirl once was talking to me, just sharing past stories. She was like, it was this one guy, like, I did not want to sleep with him, like, at all, but he just kept asking, you know. So and I was like,
that's completely,
wait, what?
Yeah, no, that's way different. When like the way that you ask, like, yeah, there are certain times where like, ooh, okay, they're hot, or I'm in the mood, or, oh, he looked like he could be good. And then you're starting and you're like, what the fuck is his hand doing? Wait, what is his tongue? Oh, hell, this is weird. Like, maybe I'm not into this as much as, you know what? Okay, yeah, let's not do this. You know, it's like, you was over here flirting with me. Oh, you looking like you want it. Yeah, until you did some weird shit. Like, it could have been something like that. It could be, oh, maybe your conscience clicks in and you're like, oh no, don't do it. Or maybe if I do this might make him want me more. Mm-hmm. There could be all these different like conversations going on in your head to where, okay, you decided to back off. It might have been a little too late in his head. Mm-hmm. But in your mind, no means no. And so if I decide that this ain't it, it's better to stop and deal with that bullshit than to follow through and feel the guilt after. There is nothing worse than doing something, or even like when you've already agreed and you're having sex and something happens during it and it makes you feel some type of way. And then you're sitting there kind of after like, I feel unease. I don't feel good. This didn't feel right. Or maybe he did something or was like too forceful and it triggers something. So it's like, I'd rather say no than to have that feeling, because a lot of people that I know have probably had that moment in their life where sex to them wasn't enjoyable. It became something that set them off into another world that they don't want to visit, or they felt things that made them very shy and closed off. And then when you go to have sex with that person again, you're kind of like, oh wait, well, or you're like backed off or experiencing somebody else. So those things can possibly kick in, maybe past traumas while it's happening, and then he does something and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. And it reminds you of something.
Yeah. There's definitely been time where I was with somebody and that was my boyfriend, and they did something and it wasn't their intent to trigger an old memory or whatever trauma that I went through. It happened. I shut down and I was like, I don't want to do this. And it's a very isolating feeling, because you're just like, you're alone even though you're with someone. And then when you're with someone who is a good person, they'll realize, okay, you must have gone through something, and then they're there and they comfort you through it. So that's probably a major reason why that girl was in that situation, to where she backed out, and now she's like, well, I'm glad she probably didn't do it. I hope she didn't do it. But that's a lot of people go through shit that we don't know about that could cause them to stop doing something so they don't regret it. It's better to say no than to regret something.
Yeah, I agree.
And then also no, he's probably going to say y'all fucked anyways. So deal with that too. He's probably going to, depending on who they are, some people will either go, it never happened. You know, like she said no, fuck her, whatever. Or they say it happened and it never happened. I'm glad I'm not in the situation to be in that anymore, but that's normally around like smaller groups. You know what I mean? Like smaller groups, or you're trying to date again and egos involved, like that.
Immature ass
sounds, but it's so real.
Yeah.
I ran into a homegirl recently on the street, and I was like, how you been? Blah, blah, blah. She was like, I'm good. I just, this dude right now just finessed me, hit me with the okie doke. I was like, what you mean? What happened? She was like, I mean, he invited me over for a massage, and I was like, yeah, I get a massage. And I was like, oh, fingers started wandering and y'all ended up fucking. She was like, yeah. I'm like, it wasn't no okie doke, y'all. You knew what was going on. Like, even halfway through the finger moving, it's like, okay, hold on a second. I'm like, you didn't get okie doked. You agreed and was like, oh, this massage is leading somewhere.
You planned this whole thing. Right. You said massage. Okay, I'm gonna go over there, get some dick, act like I didn't want to.
and then that's what you say, so you don't feel like
a hoe.
Like a hoe. And that's what's crazy. If you want it, you should be able to say you do. But because everybody says that if she wants it, then she a hoe. That's just so funny, because she had to make it sound like she didn't want it.
Yeah.
She told you the story.
Even to me, I don't even know this dude.
Right. She told you. But then she didn't have to tell you that.
Exactly. That's why I don't agree with what you're saying right now.
With what?
That is because of how everybody else sees it. Well, he could have never known.
Well, she didn't need to say that. I don't know why it came up in conversation. That's
girls
super
do that
random.
shit all the time.
And when I told her, I was like, that wasn't no okie doke. That was a fair exchange. She was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like you went out of your way to try to get somebody to believe that you just had accidental sex or got tricked into sex.
Yeah, that's a guilt trip for whatever reason why she felt the need to tell you.
She thought it was written on her face and shit.
Does it look like I just got some massage sex?
Yeah.
Do I still got baby oil on me or something?
Yeah. After the fact, she did look a little sweaty. Not gonna lie.
she probably was like, maybe that was like her confession. She's like, listen, I ain't gonna go to church today, so I gotta tell somebody.
Yeah, probably, man. It was like, it was just funny because I'm like, bruh, I would have never known that you even had sex.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
So whatever reason why she felt hella guilty, she had to tell you.
Dude was probably ugly.
But why say that? Like,
there's no need to tell. But I think it's mental. It's for her.
Yeah, it was for her. Oh, completely
because
for her.
Women for sure, and you can tell me if men do this too. Women for sure lie to themselves just so they can believe it. Women will tell themselves a story and then say, "Oh yeah, that's what happened." For no reason at all. Well, you could have just kept everything to your fucking self. They will make up some bullshit and then say, that's what it is. I've known girls who have just made up rumors that some dude claimed he smashed when dude hasn't said anything and dude actually smashed. Now you have us, it's on our radar now. when this dude hasn't said shit.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? But in her head, he's gonna go say something, so I gotta jump in front of this. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid.
Yeah. Wow. I feel like I haven't dealt with any situations like that or being around people like that in so long that I had to think back to when that could have been something, because it's been a long time. And most of the people that I'm around, like if you having sex, and you ain't gotta lie, or whatever it is that you're doing. I think that I've been lucky enough to not encounter men that I know are full of shit. I feel like most guys that I know ain't lying on their dick, but I've definitely had somebody allow someone to let a rumor go, or didn't quite let me rephrase this, because that's not probably what it was. The not owning up to something when you know that it's a fact. I think that some people go and avoid. You'll have one person say, you know what happened, another person saying, oh, I saw it happen, and then you have the people involved, and you're like, so either who's lying and why isn't anybody clearing things up?
Yeah, yeah, I hate that. Like, for whatever reason, when I used to make videos with girls all the time, it was either, oh, you know he smashed, or ain't no way he smashed in the comments all the time. Yeah. If it's ain't no way he smashed, cool.
Right.
But whenever it was, you know he smashed, no, I didn't. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna let it go, because if that starts getting around, I'm now responsible, and why didn't you say anything and all this shit? Like, nope.
Like, you know, I end up hearing about somebody hooking up on a trip, and when I went to ask the person about it, it was very much more deflected. I'm like, that's interesting, because I would never let anybody lie about if I had sex with them. I wouldn't if I didn't have sex with somebody. I'm saying, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. No, I didn't do it. And never would I ever defend that person and be like, oh, but they're cool. What the fuck did you just say? Did you say, oh, they're cool, but someone's lying about you hooking up? It's strange, because I feel that either lets the lie live on, or it's just so like, it's strange. If you didn't have sex with somebody, you didn't do it. If you did and you don't want people to know about it, you could just mind your own damn business. But don't sometimes you just need to dead some things and be like, yo, just drop the shit.
The worst though is the girl who gets horny and there's just some dude around and she takes it out on him, but it's definitely not the type of dude she wants to fuck. And then we'll say, like, loosely act like he forced himself or some shit like that. Because she feels stupid after. That's the worst shit. I've seen that go down. Yeah. I'm like, bruh, nah.
I mean, that's what's so fucked up.
I was around. That didn't go down.
That's what's fucked up about, you know, I mean, slut shaming and shit, because it'll really have these girls feeling embarrassed or dumb to the point where they feel like they need to lie. When no one's really even judging like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely knew a homie that had a situation where this girl had smashed a couple of the homies, right? And then when she realized that they were probably gonna tell each other about it, she started pretending like, oh, one dude really like took advantage of her and shit. You know what I'm saying? But then after the fact, she like apologized to him, like, you know what, I don't know why I said that. I was just feeling embarrassed. But it's like, bruh, no, like, nobody was judging, nobody was caring.
And even if they were, you made these decisions. Like, don't put that on somebody because of some decisions you made.
It goes all to the more confident you are with yourself and what you do, because she easily could have been like, and
it is what it is,
you know, and then you keep it moving. But when you make up that excuse or try to find a reason to justify it happening, and you have to apologize for that, it's like, start learning what it feels like to say sorry after. You'll stop wanting to do that, because if you just own your shit, and the more that you just don't give a fuck, like, okay, it happened, okay, we're not gonna talk anymore, you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to talk to me, fuck it, fine, move on. But don't turn around and try to make that person that poor guy was probably like, wait, what? I thought we had something going. Wait, whoa. I knew about him.
You Snapchatted me first.
Or, you know, there's sometimes the guy's like, I knew, I didn't care. Like, why are you going to do this to me? I didn't, you know, some guys are really hung up on it. Other ones are like, shit happens. You hit a certain point in life, y'all in the same damn group.
It
happens. And to think about having to lie of why it did, that's just not cool, because you don't realize like that might be somebody, you know, that's gonna fuck up his reputation.
Yeah.
It's crazy because in my youth I knew of 2 stories where a attractive girl had sex with really unattractive dudes, like dudes where you'd be like, what? Oh my God, what? And it was such a contrast that nobody even felt comfortable making fun of the girl, because it's like, this would suck if we started making fun of her for this.
Right.
So it was just like people knew, but never said anything, never got back to her.
It was one dude, or she had like a pattern of like...
No. 2 different girls, 2 different dudes. I'm saying stories like that. But it's like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like when is that? Like, it's not even like, okay, this is something we can make fun of.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, all right. Yeah, damn, that's crazy.
I just am so... I'm so happy to not deal with a lot of the shit that we deal with before, when you have large groups of friends or you're out a lot, and I see why people end up shrinking their groups as they get older, because I would never want to go back to being back in college and the way that it felt to think that a guy really was into me and we hooked up, to find out that he wasn't. Now I have people looking at me like, oh, she hooked up with him. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to figure this out. I thought that we really had something going. And then you have people that talk shit and they'll be like, oh, or she's a hoe, or that girl's a hoe. And you're like, yo, I'm trying to figure this shit out just as much as everybody else is trying to figure it out. And I'm so happy to not have to go back, but it really does suck, because I can only imagine now with how social media is for a lot of people that are just out there really trying to figure out how to date and how to meet people and to want to hook up with somebody. Because a lot of stories, talk to most of the girls that went and fucked around with more than whatever number of dudes, they probably genuinely were like, I really thought that we had something.
Right.
And it didn't happen. So what am I supposed to do? Not go back out there and go try to meet other people? Yeah. And then, you know?
That's exactly how I learned to not judge girls on that shit. To not be like, oh, she's a hoe. Because I knew girls who had a lot of bodies because they thought they had a boyfriend every time. And it was just a dude trying to smash. Then I knew girls who would only get into relationships so they could smash without the label of a hoe, and had a bunch of fucking boyfriends, one after another.
Because I've thought about that before too. Like, okay, so we're not going to call out the fact that there's certain celebrities that date all the damn time, but they're not a hoe, because that's their man. And you go public, then you break up, then you get somebody else new. Unless you're saying that you're a celibate and you're not going to have sex, you're probably having sex, but that's your person. So you're doing it.
It's even more fucked up for the celebrities, I feel, because I feel like the celebrities are even known for being hoes. Really only dated like 3 or 4 dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Taylor Swift has a reputation of dating all these dudes, but it's really only like 4 guys.
I think the problem with celebrities is it seems like the tight-knit circle. So it doesn't have to be a lot of guys if it's a lot of guys. I mean, if it's a handful of guys who be in the same place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you go from this rapper to this rapper to this rapper, there's a good chance that all 3 of these dudes are going to be in the same room at an award show or some shit. So now you just look like that chick who fucks rappers when it's only 3 guys.
I gotta ask you guys something, because this is... I think about this often. When I look at a lot of people that are idolized, they're normally in relationships. They've been married, they are married, they're in this, and there's something so like holy about them, and people hold them in high regards. Do you feel that if a woman is in a relationship publicly versus a woman who is single, do you feel that the woman in a relationship is going to be respected more than the single girl for the sheer fact that she's in a relationship? By
me personally or in general?
Go you and then in general.
Respected in terms of...
I feel like some people are held to a higher... because they got married or they're in a relationship. I've seen certain celebrities that will be like, they're single, and then all of a sudden they become unobtainable and they go into this other realm where they're treated differently than somebody else who is doing the exact same thing, maybe more talented, but is single, and they're looked at differently.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something in the power couple, you know what I'm saying, that makes you almost feel like they are a force together now. Like I guarantee Beyonce doesn't get as many reckless DMs as I mean, yeah, like granted that's Beyonce, but it's like now you look at them as Beyonce and Jay-Z. You don't want to disrupt that force.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like I get what you're saying though. You just think like, oh, there's this perfect person, and it's so stupid because people get married and never stop being single, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a damn good chance Beyonce done smashed the background dancer. Hope don't kill me, you know what I'm saying? But it's possible.
Yeah.
I've heard stories, none about Beyonce specifically, but these married older celebrity women who have their way with boy toys the same way that these celebrity men who are in relationships fucking everywhere they go.
You know, I think about certain people that jump into another level of celebrity or success the moment that they are off the market. That it's like all of a sudden you're treated differently because a respectable woman is going to be in a relationship. But then you can watch like, yo, let's talk about, you had Cardi B go and get into a marriage. She has this whole thing now. She's a package. And then you had Nicki at the time who wasn't. Was there a certain, could the relationship have been something that took Cardi to another level? Is there... And so that's the type of shit that really sucks, is that nobody will really address that. And I know that from somebody in like a celebrity-ish world where we see all of this stuff going on, that I know I've debated. I'm like, I've been in relationships and never talked about it because I don't ever want to be only seen in that light, because I still want to be known for whatever it is that I do. Yeah. But it's crazy when you watch some people come off the market and how much more like the female crowd comes with them. Men are going, and it's just like, why is it that you just have to be married in order to be respected a little bit more?
Well, no, you go ahead.
I was just saying, we've been sold the lie for so long, no matter how much evidence we get that it could possibly be a lie, people just believe it. So as soon as you're married or in a committed relationship, you're looked at now as a goal. They did it right. That's how it's supposed to be. See, look at him. He got all this money and he got one woman, knowing damn well we've seen time after time again, these married couples, somebody gets caught cheating. Somebody's abusive, somebody's this, somebody's that, but we've been taught that this is how life is supposed to go. And when you get married, and that's the holy grail of this shit, so people still look to it as what they aspire to be. That shit.
And I was gonna say, y'all know me, y'all know I got married for clout, for likes and for clout, and you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to get that goals hashtag, you know what I'm saying, when people talk about me, you know.
You already have those.
Yes, but I guarantee you there's a couple who's been together for 4 years that are not married or anything like that, who are more faithful than some married couples out here. But when you put them next to each other, you don't assume that. Like, oh, when are you going to get married? That's what I say. Like, we're happy and good right now. What do I need to do that for? But that's just the goal.
Everybody got problems. Everybody has their own issues.
It's really about teaching, or wanting to know that everybody's going through their own things, but to just because she married don't make her better than the girl that's single. You know, just because she's in a relationship doesn't mean that this woman that's single has problems or there's something wrong with her. I really notice that a lot, especially being in the radio, and you watch people make strategic choices, whether to be in relationships or not to be in relationships. And it's crazy because everybody coming up is watching that. And that's what they're being influenced by, because being single seems more of like, oh, you're probably just on them streets. And it's like, damn, can I just not be forced to be in a shitty relationship? Or can I go and understand that wasn't working for me? Or maybe I wasn't good for that person. So why am I going to continue to just be in a relationship because it's going to make me look better?
But at the end of the day, the single person shouldn't care.
True.
Like, you shouldn't care, because we all know, like, especially women, especially like the attractive women, you've had a celebrity in a relationship in your DMs more than likely. You know what I'm saying? How are you, of all people, still looking at that or taking people's opinions on that seriously. Like, you've seen what it is, or hell, it could have been you had the relationship and you was fucking around. So it's like, that shit don't matter for me. Like, I truly do not care. People come at me with that shit all the time. When are you guys gonna get married? All your friends are gonna. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck what they're doing. I'm happy when we were doing the open thing. Oh my God, everybody was like, but we're happy. We're good. I don't give a fuck what you think I should be doing.
Right.
That doesn't change what's going on.
Right. And she, like, when somebody had asked her about when is she gonna be in a relationship, she was like, first off, I don't need a man. So let's not get it twisted. But even making a statement like that, that's necessary. I feel like it's so needed because it will come a time to where people are going to really be in relationships for their own choices versus feeling forced. And companies and society is going to start recognizing that it's not wrong to wait to find somebody you actually want to be with. And as we evolve, it's going to become less forced, right? Like, we're going to go back to not feeling as guilty for trying to tell a man no. Why? No, fuck you. I didn't want to have sex with you. No. And then you're also not going to have to run around and just blurt out that you fuck somebody because you felt, like
that shit's so funny.
You're not just going to run around and just blurt it out to somebody. And then also you're also going to become more comfortable and confident with who you are, and to also recognize that I shouldn't have to wait till I'm in my 30s to feel confident about what I don't want. And hopefully that number starts to decrease on when women are feeling less pressure to have to do shit just because. I mean, it's really shitty. Some men and women are getting married because they feel like that's just what they're supposed to do, or in relationships, fuck the marriage part, are in relationships because they feel like they need to be. And then they realize, I just wasted 3, 2, 6 months, whatever, with somebody for the wrong reasons. And then you wait till later on in life and you're like, well, I wish I would have figured this shit out sooner.
Yeah. So again, Nikki is single and not looking.
Do not stay out her DMs, all right?
That's what this has been about.
At the end of the day, if people are happy, just mind your business and let them be happy, all right?
Yeah. Even if they're not happy, mind your business.
Mind your motherfucking business. Unless they're asking for help, then, mind your business. Well, shit. All right, y'all. Hope you enjoyed this casual conversation.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Therapy for Nikki.
I didn't even get, you don't even want to hear about therapy for me.
Next episode is going to be all therapy for Nikki, all right? All right, y'all. Thanks for watching the No Chaser Podcast. I'm Timothy Delgado.
I'm Ricky Shuck.
And I'm Nikki Blades.
Good night.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Thank you. King shit.